On the open range, corrals are built near the railroad, and cattle are driven for miles to shipping points.
I've sat right down there on day herd and helped cattle for a week at a time to get in to load them on the train.
It was camped all around town with their cattle, you know, had chuck wagons and waiting to get into the stockyards.
That was cowboying when you had to know what you were doing. And that was the success or failure of it, was whether your cattle lost too much weight or gum up in the proceedings of shipping them out.
After the calves have been separated, they are placed temporarily in holding pens and later loaded into stock cars where they begin their journey to market.
30 years ago, Magdalena was the biggest cattle shipping center in the world.
Yes, it was.
They drove cattle to here and put them on the train, ship them out. Now the trucks goes to your place and load them.
They have loading chutes. They have built loading chutes, so they go out there with a truck and they load them at the ranch. They are not driven one step anywhere.
Well, it's too fast now. You don't have that day in and day out there in the weather and holding the cattle up at night and watching over them and stuff like that, you know. So they come to the ranch, you just load them and they're gone, that's it.
I guess George Farr was the only feller, the last feller that ever drove on the driveway.
I guess he was.
There's no more cattle drives.
One roundup is over, but next year, on the ranges in New Mexico, from Carlsbad to Raton, from Tucumcari to Magdalena, scenes such as these will be reenacted on all the ranches throughout the state.
Like I said a while ago, I wish that little train was back over here. We call it the Maggie, that little train that come pick up the cattle, you know. And the guy Spears said one time when he come from wherever he come from, when he first come in this country, he got on this little train. He said, well, take me as far as this train will go. That's as far as it went, to right here, Magdalena.